Hello and welcome to the final video in the Edgewater information tutorial series. This video is about real-life farming practices in the area the map is based on. I've got a few in-game clips as well as some pictures from my family's farm to show the type of farming done in the area. We will be jumping into seeding first. So let's get talking about the start of your year. Common form of seeding equipment in this part of Saskatchewan currently would be air seeders such as the Seedhawk pack, the Mod Hub. Majority of seeding these days is done by air seeders. However, in days gone by, equipment such as box drills was commonly used for seeding in the area. Here we also see the Rigo made by Giant Software. It's also an excellent choice for the area. Both the Seedhawk and Rigo air seeders are actually made in Saskatchewan, so they're a close to home choice for any of your seeding needs. It's quite commonplace on farms in the area to have grain trucks. Even newer farms quite often still hold grain trucks, which were hauled most of the grain off the farm for many years. As you can see, this older Mack here is still in use for hauling seed out to the field. They're also used still by smaller farmers for hauling the grain everywhere. Not everyone has a semi-truck. The common choice for hauling grain across Canadian prairies is the Super B trailers. These ones are from the base game by Load King. They're quite common for hauling grain, especially some of the long distances farmers encounter hauling grain across Saskatchewan. There's also a single trailer as well for those shorter hauls or smaller farms. The majority of weed control in the area is done with herbicide. Not many organic farms that would use a weed or something like that. Herbicide is the most common way of taking care of weed problems in the area. As was shown in the swathing video, swathing is a technique used by farmers in the area to harvest various crops. As you can see here, we're swathing some oats. It's something unique about the map, and something I'm sure many of you will enjoy being able to do. Many of you for the first time in the game, so yeah. While swathing is fun and all, there's plenty of straight cutting still going on as well, and it's actually becoming more common than swathing, or taking over from swathing. There's maybe interesting things with harvest. I just have some pictures from harvests on the farm. Mom and Dad out in the tractor and the combine. And here's filling up the grain truck, ready to head back to the farm and unload. And here we are unloading in the farmyard. Bins and augers, as you can see, are the way grain is stored here. As you can see, the West Steel Roscoe bins, like you would see on the map, are quite common. Most farms in the area don't really use much for heavy tillage. Quite typically, most tillage is harrow, like this Virgo unit here. Basically just to spread and distribute the straw evenly across the field and make it so there's a good no-till seed bed for direct seeding with an air seeder. This currently is not how the Virgo functions on the Mod Hub. This is just an edit of mine. It's possibly a future project though to bring something like this to the Mod Hub, so we'll see when I get around to bringing that to you guys. There are some times, however, when tillage is used more often. Here's a picture from a few years ago when Dad and I were spreading some fertilizer. We were using the John Deere deep tiller there to work it in to the soil. As you can see though, there's a worked area where the tractors are kind of parked on here. And you know, for my parents anyway, it's quite common for Dad to work the wet areas of the farm to help dry them out. So that come spring, you can get on the ground sooner and get out there seeding. And as far as fertilizer goes, quite often bigger farms nowadays will use their air seeder to apply all of their fertilizer. But sometimes anhydrous or fertilizer spreader is still used to spread it out in the fall when fertilizer can be a little cheaper. The lime isn't used in the area though. Typically it's urea or anhydrous, like mentioned, would be your source of N, potash, maybe some sulfur, and phosphate are kind of the main 4 kind of fertilizers used. Phosphate and urea probably being the most common granular fertilizers used. And that's all I have for you today in this video, and this is the end of the series. I hope you've enjoyed it, learned something, and yeah, let me know what you thought of the series and if you learned anything. And I guess also too, if you enjoyed this and want to see more content like this, yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the videos. That helps grow the channel some more. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.